Railroad workers across the country could begin legally striking as early as this Friday when the cooling off period ends. For several months now, unions have been negotiating to try and come to an agreement.
But as of right now, nothing has been officially settled. Here in Nebraska, that includes Amtrak, BNSF, and Union Pacific. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleider has more.
As the looming deadline for a railroad strike approaches, rail workers say they are still not satisfied with the terms railroad companies have put forth, most of which have been based on the recommendations from the Presidential Emergency Board, or PEB. I spoke with Jacob Forsgren, local chairman for Lodge 1320 at the Brotherhood of Maintenance Way Employees Division. He says once the deadline ends at midnight on Thursday, many workers are planning to strike, and the rail companies, including BNSF, will likely start lockouts to keep workers from coming to work. Forsgren says his union is putting together a tentative agreement with BNSF to be voted on, but isn't sure how the vote will go since their demands weren't met.
Right now, the railroads have absolutely no regard for the employees that help generate the money that they gladly take. They have no interest in providing service for their customers. Right now, shareholders are the only ones that are important to the railroads. It's a sad day.
The Association of American Railroads issued a report last week estimating that the consequences of a strike could cost up to $2 billion a day. They have also said that they are prepared to offer terms based on the PEB's recommendations to provide employees with pay increases and avert rail service interruptions. Forsgren says his union will be respecting and assisting with strikes or picket lines if any unions decide to go forward with them, in order to stand with the workers.
I would much rather see the railroads bargain in good faith and come to the table with a reasonable offer. What will happen to the economy and happen to, just industries that rely on railroads to move goods for them, or people for that matter, it won't be great for them. So I'm hoping that the railroads will kind of realize what's at stake here and come do the right thing.
He says if the unions agree to the terms railroads have put forward, it will actually cost some workers money to go to work every day, since many workers have to pay for hotels and meals while traveling. And while BNSF does give per diem money for these expenses, Forsgren says it's not enough. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has said a strike would be an economic disaster, and Congress should impose the terms put forth in the Presidential Emergency Board. Reporting in Lincoln, Matthew Mittleider, Channel 8 News.
And railroads have said that they would begin curtailing shipments of hazardous materials and other goods in advance of a possible work stoppage at the end of the week. The cooling period ends at midnight on Thursday.